Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Lefty.
Hello, Ed. We are back. Last week, for some reason, the town's internet decided to go out again. This is the third time that's happened in, 2 months?
Wow, that's rough.
It doesn't make sense either, because everyone has a different service, so something weird must have happened.
I'm just pulling up the chat real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I should have had this done before, but we were just...
You're fine. Also, hello, Pride Moore, Fishing Moore. Pam, hello. How are you? It's been a while. I think I popped in your stream last week, but then I had to go because of work.
It's the Paminator.
Or was it the week before? I can't remember. I know I stopped in at one point. But it's almost summertime, and then I could be in all the late night streams again.
I've been enjoying Pam's show quite a bit lately, especially the Saturdays, because she lets me paint. So, oh, good Lord. This is my rock so
you
far.
Have your monstrous rock there that weighs about 50 pounds.
Yes, and I thought I would finish it. Okay, so all you folks at home, I bought this little container for $9, and I really needed another one. So I went to the cat keeps pulling my cord.
Ed has a cat on his webcam cord at the moment.
Come on, Nico. I may have overcompensated. Okay, so this was $9. I go and I see there's big ones for $12. And it's like more than half for $3 more. So I bought that one.
At least you'll know. Have you bought this product before?
No, I've never done saltwater before.
So at least you bought the small one, and now that you know you like using it, you have the big one is more.
Yeah, it's just like the clay I use for model making.
Okay.
Except this one like has grit in it or some type of a sand.
I'd say it looked clay. Like the little bit I saw last night looked like a clay, but
and it smells like that epoxy you mix.
Oh.
You know, the 2-part epoxy stuff that you would never want to get on your hands.
Yeah.
It smells like that. But yeah. So then I put this little thing back on the top, and then I'm going to drop it in the tube. And I'm going to keep using it. Nico.
Well, that is kind of cool.
A fish net. There's a fish net, but he's laying on top of my cables. I'm going to try to pull the cables to the front. I'm sorry, guys.
So hey, Rico. Thank you for filling in last week.
Come on, buddy.
So how's everybody's week going? I had a nice, relaxing week. I had the week off from work, so I didn't have to do anything. It was April break. Now we have like no day off until the end of May, though, so that kind of sucks. But I think we're down to like 42 days left of school, so it's almost summertime. Hey, Mississippi hippie.
Hey, Mississippi hippie. And Nico.
I see you've added the 2 old dudes from the Muppets.
I have.
I don't know their names. I just call them the old dudes from the Muppets.
Oh, man. Like, not Will Banks. I'm gonna say Will Banks and Sherman and be totally
wrong. Okay. It's Statler and Waldorf.
Okay, well, yeah, I was close.
I also like that Googling old dudes from the Muppets, you instantly knew what I was looking for.
That is cool. Waldorf. Okay, isn't that like a hotel and
the Waldorf? Yeah,
it's like the real fancy one that's like downtown.
I believe so. Yes, it sounds very familiar.
So, what did you do during your week off?
I did a whole lot of nothing.
Oh,
so the beginning of the last week, when other schools were off, it was like 70 degrees and beautiful outside. Of course, for my break, it rains from Wednesday through to tomorrow.
Oh, you're so lucky.
So Monday was my mom's birthday, so we had my aunts and uncles were here, and then my other aunt and uncle were here, and then my neighbor ended up showing up. So I think we played cards, some poker. My neighbor likes poker.
Oh wow!
We played some of that. No, we just played for fun, which is probably good because my dad and I kept getting shit hands, and they cleaned us out. I was dealt a full house and still lost the game because somebody had 4 aces, and I was like, really?
Somebody's cheating. How do you have 4 aces?
Well, we play 5-card draw with a wild card, so.
Okay. Well, 3 aces is still pretty impressive.
But other than that, I just kind of relaxed and played video games and was nice and chill about it.
Well, that's nice. Well, I've been wishing for rain. Normally in Chattanooga, see, I got to get rid of this plastic because Nico will try to eat it. Normally it rains nonstop here, like at least once every 3 days. We actually had more rain than Portland last year.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, we get lots of rain. People just don't realize it. But I think it's because we're mountains, like at the very bottom of the mountains, and all the stuff from Florida and Mississippi and everything seems to like smash against the mountains and then just sits there. So we don't really get the wind.
You just get a lot of water.
Yeah, it gets trapped in the valley or something.
Yeah, we had my dad wanted to move down there at one point, and we had friends that had moved down there or somebody that moved up here from down there.
They must have been awesome.
Well, they said they were at the base of the mountains, and their house was always wet because of all the water and moisture. And they just had a mildew problem. We're like, yeah, maybe not.
Well, you don't have to live at the base.
Oh, I know. He wanted to live by the mountains, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I had a lot more land in Missouri. When I came here, I was planning on buying like 4 or 5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't find 4 or 5 acres in the mountains. All the best land was battlefields during the Civil War.
Oh.
And so they're all like parks and stuff.
That would make sense.
Yep.
Oh, so Pridemore said they're playing the Pandemic game with their niece and brother.
Oh, great game.
Yeah, they said it's super fun. And they want some of the expansions or different versions. Did you ever play any of the expansions?
Yes, and they're well worth it.
Okay. Do you have one expansion that you'd recommend over another?
Actually, I think it's like there's the original.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they did was they brought it back as 2 separate. What is going on here? The cat is back, slowly pulling on the cable.
Also, hello, Em. I forgot to say hi to you.
Oh, hey there, Riddle. Well, but the second version is like the original, and they've split it into 2 pieces.
Okay.
But there's actually like just a few more people and one more, I think, plague that can happen.
Oh, all right.
But
I'm sure they're going to release another version. It's going to be like the COVID version or something at this point. I mean, they've already put it on the mobile version of the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the mobile version has like bioweapons and nano diseases. It's really weird.
That might all be in the new one too, but we just don't play that stuff. Yep. There might even be you might be able to play a bad guy and try to get everybody sick. I'm not for sure. That's one of the things that we really like about that game is it's a cooperative.
Oh, yeah, the cooperative games are fun. Actually, my game of the week's a cooperative game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So what are we doing today with our rock? Are we adding our antlers or are we shoring up some holes?
Well, we're shoring up spots first because like the welds, I'm just I couldn't believe how heavy this thing got. I mean, and James last night was telling me you want to make sure that those are really good welds or whatever you call them because it's a tight tank and I'm going to have to just put it straight down.
Mm-hmm.
And that means a lot of, pressure on the top one to make sure it holds the bottom stuff. The antlers on it probably will get to about 50.
Okay, we're back.
Uh-oh.
Your webcam froze for a split second. I didn't know if the cat pulled the cord out or not.
No, he's coming back over here. He's not. Oh no, he changed his mind. He's not very happy that I have a big thing right here, so he can't.
He can't lay there.
Yeah.
Hey,
this is where
Peter,
he
long
likes
time no see. How's it going?
Super Peter.
And John Cox, hope you're having a good Friday.
John Cox is one of the coolest guys in town.
This week went by too fast.
It,
And John Larson, hello.
I'd like to agree with you, but I don't know if it really did. It seemed like it, but it seems like every week goes by fast.
It felt like Monday and Tuesday were like normal days, and then once we got to Wednesday, it was like, oh, it's Friday, and I'm like, dang, where'd my week go?
Poor Lefty.
So, have you decided on how big is your saltwater tank going to be?
I think it's about a 40-gallon tank.
Okay.
You can do the dimensions if you want. Well, except I'm not sure how tall it is. I think it's 30 inches tall, but it's 20 by 22. It's going to be like this. Look, this one actually I balanced it earlier. I'm not going to balance it again. Are you doing the math?
Yeah, but I suck at math.
I have a thing on my telephone that actually does, it's called a fish tank calculator.
Oh.
And it'll calculate your total volume by your inches or whatever. If Bob's daughter does not get told she has to work, I'll see you next Saturday at the swap. I don't think Bob has a daughter. But that's awesome.
According to this website, using those dimensions, it's 57 gallons.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Well, could be. What if it's 20 by 18?
$46.
Okay, I bet you that's it.
Okay.
Because I thought it was like a 45 type.
It seems like most American tanks, the standard depth is 18 inches for some strange reason.
Well, this one's 30, though.
Oh, tall.
Yeah, it goes straight up and down.
Oh, Rico says wrong Bob.
Oh.
Maybe they meant a different Bob. How many Bobs do we know? I can think of two.
Well, does Bobby count? Tennessee Aqua.
Okay.
And I'm gonna maybe be hanging out with him tomorrow.
Well, that's cool. So it's like is it a fish swap in Atlanta or something?
No, we're just going to different shops.
Oh, okay.
It's something that normal fish people do.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done this like this.
Uh-oh. Once everything's back to normal, I need to start going to local places and seeing if I have any cool places like you guys do.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. Well, Atlanta has an awful lot of good stuff. So
yeah, the amount of times I've been in Atlanta and never thought to look for fish stores, though at the time I wasn't even back in the fish hobby. So
the best one is called Premier Aquatics, and they offered me a job.
Wow.
I know. I bet you they've got.
That's a long commute, though.
That's what I was saying. It was like, I'll hire you right now. You need a job? And I was like, well, I don't know if I really need one. Oh, you're going to love this job. You're hired. It's like, well, I was like, I live in Chattanooga. And she just like ignored that. I think she thought that was maybe a suburb.
Yeah, she probably did.
Oh, well. Doesn't mean their managers are smart.
Yeah, I haven't done much in the way of fish stuff lately.
Well, it's been really hard.
Yeah, I still have to. Well, I've also been occupied with trading cards again. So.
Good Lord, I'm going to have to hold this for 20 minutes. I think.
Oh no.
I wish I would have just mixed a whole bunch up so I could have packed it around better. So, while I'm holding this, you want to talk about our games of the week?
Sure. I can do mine first if you'd like.
It's up to you.
All right. Let me get my share screen button. All right. So it's a Batman game.
Ooh.
It's a cooperative Batman game.
Ooh.
It is Batman, the animated series, Gotham City Under Siege. Have you heard about that before?
I've heard that Gotham has been under siege for quite a while, and if it wasn't for Batman, it would have already gone under.
So this is the box. You know, it's a nice box. It's based on, I think it's based on the 90s animated series, maybe? I don't know. It looks like the 90s animated Batman.
Isn't it cool that Gotham is the biggest city in the DC universe, and Batman, the guy without powers, keeps that under control?
You know, I never thought about it that way before.
Yeah, because you got Superman, who has Metropolis, and Batman's keeping all of Gotham cool.
Good on him.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a little Gotham City with little cardboard buildings here.
Yep.
You got let me see. Okay, we got the pieces here. We got Catwoman, we got Robin, we got Batwoman, we got Batgirl, and then of course Commissioner Gordon. I mean, who else are they gonna put in as a good guy?
Alfred?
I guess they could have, but
it could be Alfred and Commissioner Gordon together. They could be the geriatric team.
I think it's actually the police, but they used Commissioner Gordon's person.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's from like the TV show Gotham. Because from the TV show Gotham, Commissioner Gordon was just a detective.
Yeah, it's based on one of the animated series. I can't remember which one. But so each guy has like their own unique abilities and whatnot. And you draw, can I see it on here? So you draw like, if you're, depending on how many people you're playing with, it'll say how many like event piece cards you have to draw and how many chapters. So there's like 4 chapters to it. And by the end of a chapter, you have to try and clear all the event cards.
Cool.
It incorporates rolling of dice. Let's see. Can I have a picture here? Yeah.
I see some dice.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if it has. So, okay. So, like, if you look at the top left where it says Street Justice, you got to try and fill in all those 5s on that card to get rid of it. Or the one next to it where it says Showdown with the Joker, you got to try and get all 3s. And once you fill the dice cards in, it goes away. And that clears the event.
Nice.
You have like thugs that you'll put on the board. So they get little tokens. You got to try and defeat them. There's the super villains like Mr. Freeze and Penguin are in it. They're considered like the big baddies that you got to try and kill.
You know, if they've got Batwoman and Batgirl, they could have had Blue Robin or Nightwing. It's the same guy. True. They just upgraded his name to Nightwing because that sounds better than Blue Robin.
It's very true. So yeah, if we had this card at the top left, the Joker's Funhouse as our chapter 1 card, it'll say how many players. So if you're playing with 2 people, there's 4 event cards and 1 henchman card, and then like 2 villains on the board. If you're playing with 5 people, it's 10 event cards, 3 of the henchmen, and then 8 villains. So the more people you have, the harder the game is. And
you probably get more attacks.
Yeah, because you have more people to clear stuff. And like I said, everybody has their own abilities. I think Batman's is he can still, if he's wounded, he can still attack, or he gets like extra stuff.
Batman's just the best.
Robin's is if he's up on a building and he drops down into a group of enemies, he automatically kills an enemy he wants.
Kills?
Incapacitates. I don't think they ever actually killed anyone when they were fighting crime.
It really depends on what storyline, but yeah.
True.
Because the storyline where Batman or the Joker kills Jason Todd, he thought.
Yes.
Batman blew the Joker up.
I do remember seeing that, yeah.
And then turned out Jason Todd wasn't dead. He was just kidnapped. And became the new Joker.
I think that was also the plot of one of the video games for Batman.
Well, we were thinking it was the storyline that was going to be in Suicide King or Suicide Squad, because that Joker was so young, and Batman and him, like, he may have known in the back of his mind who Batman was, and Batman knew who he was, and so I just don't know. I think it just would have been cool.
But yeah, it's a fun game. 2 to 5 people. You can probably play it solo if you really want to. I'm sure there's some variant in the box to let you do that. It's $40. It's got a lot of replay value because it's one of those things where every time you draw cards, it's going to be different. So trying to get the exact same scenario every single time would be rather difficult unless you play it like 1,000 times.
Sure.
I think the average runtime is let's see, it says 450 minutes is the average game.
400?
Yep.
Wow. That's like 5 hours. No. That's like 7 hours.
See what it says on there? Maybe it's just blurred. Or maybe it's 45 to 60 minutes. It's hard to tell because the image is blurry.
That would have been crazy.
I mean, we've had marathon Monopoly games before.
Yeah.
We've had some that have lasted like a whole week, and we just played a few hours every day.
I don't know. I played so much Monopoly. I don't know why I did it. I must have been there must have been nothing cool out there to play.
We own I think I own 18 different versions of Monopoly.
Good Lord. I hate it when people buy me a different version of Monopoly.
I know, they're all
personal. But it's really hard to cut clay with one hand.
I can imagine.
I bet Pam could do it. Pam's got skills.
So what was your game of the weekend?
My game, I don't own it, but I was thinking about getting it. There's 2 different versions. But the version, I think I should go with the original version, which is a silly dating game. It was called Blank, Kill, or Marry. Blank, Marry, or Kill. And you pull out 3 cards. 2 are positives, and 1 is a huge negative. So, it could be your future or your girlfriend is madly in love with you, and the second thing could be she's a Brazilianaire, but the third thing is she has chronic bad breath. But you get 3 negative cards and 3 positive cards. Or no, you get 3 the other way around. But it doesn't matter. 3 and 3. Well, you get 3 of each, and then you try to build the worst person, or no, the best person, and then everybody else was trying to beat you by having a better
okay.
or boyfriend. But then there's also a superhero version, which gives you 2 good superpowers and 1 horrible superpower. But I didn't know if you wanted to read some of the things that they said.
The problem is the Amazon listings don't have the cards on them because they probably don't want people to make copies of the cards.
Oh.
So if you ever try to look up card games or expansions to card games, they don't usually include the text part of the card because then people can just make copies and print them at home and not have to buy the expansions.
Okay, well then
I'm looking to see if I can find images here.
Their home website has a couple of the cards, and it said, your girl makes it so you never have to work again. She's madly in love with you, but her face looks like a pug's dog or a dog a pug's face, like the dog face pug.
All right, I think I have found a couple. I'm gonna share the screen. There we go. All right. So this one's got 3 different people on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It says your most recent ex is the person. Has a shotgun and thinks everyone else is a zombie. And when they die, you die. So I think we're kind of screwed on this one.
Yeah, that's not good.
Hey,
run around killing everybody.
Well, I guess you have to marry her at that point. Because if you kill her, you die.
Oh, well, I think you're letting somebody else get stuck with her.
Let's see. The other one says your mom always has pink eye and literally always sloppy drunk. These are just horrible people. Also, hello, Daniken. How's it going?
Kind of sounds like my last girlfriend.
And our last option is a professional wrestler. The first negative is impregnates you / gets pregnant every time they sleep with you and can't control the volume of their voice. Yeah. These are all horrible options.
I don't think I would like somebody that can't control their volume. But you just don't ever have to sleep with them, so they never get pregnant.
True.
See? I'm on to this game.
So which one are you killing, Ed?
Oh. The zombie one, because I don't want to have to be killed.
What says when they die, you die?
Yeah, but so that's the one you don't want to marry or date. So
but
that's the one you get rid of.
You die.
Yeah, but that's the one you're not going to date.
But you die if you kill them.
I think that's the one that I would make you date.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
Ed's game week, and this was the Google image of the cards.
Yeah.
Is this the superhero one? Nope.
I can look up the superhero one's name in just a second. It's really hard for me to look up things though right now. Don't you care? I'm making something. Why are these pieces so much harder to do than the other pieces?
I've always had harder problems with vertical pieces trying to get stayed.
Look, no hand. Oh, let me the superhero one is called Oh, I went to Instagram instead of gallery.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's called Super Fight.
Apparently it's on Steam.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, let's see.
Super Fight one.
Let's see. So start with 2 decks of cards. Characters are the white cards, attributes the black cards. Your cards will be mixed up, so go ahead and sort them. Once one player starts by drawing 3 white cards and 3 black cards and keeps them. Second player does the same. Each player chooses 1 white card and 1 black card from their hand to create a fighter and places those cards face down and discards the remaining cards. Both players take turnover cards with maximum dramatic tension to reveal their fighters. Laughter occurs. Each player then draws a random black card from the deck and adds it to their fighter. More laughter.
Whoa!
All right. Let me...
Did your dog just bark to my laughs?
Yes. Well, he can't hear you, so he just randomly barked. So the person started their draw with Their white cards were Abraham Lincoln, Zombie, and your mom. And their black attribute cards were long metal claws pop out of their hands, has a beard made of bees, and 6 inches tall. So they chose to keep the Your Mom card as their super fighter.
That's stupid.
They must have drawn this card, or they just weren't those cards at all. Let's see, they got Throw Fireballs as one of their attributes, and Wants to be a Bear as their other attribute.
Oh. Boy, there's a really mad dog outside.
See, I think this one would be more fun than the original. I've played the Blank Mary Kill version, but we just did it at like school, or if we were bored, and we just did 3 people, and we'd have to decide how we'd pick the people.
So you just did it with like poor innocent girls at your work or at your school?
Well, we usually did it with either fictional people or celebrities and stuff.
Oh, that's nicer.
But yeah, this one seems more fun. Oh, look, there's a Cthulhu with a Thor's hammer riding a Pegasus. Yeah, I think I would get this one over the base game. This one looks more interesting to me.
I would play either. I thought that this would be more family oriented.
Yes, it probably would be. No, I wasn't expecting some of those cards from the base game.
Darn it, now it's not standing anymore on its own.
Uh-oh.
I've added more weld, and it's done worse.
Uh-oh.
I think we'll just have to wait it out.
How long does it usually take to set up?
I think 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, did you see any cool movies this week?
I mean, I watched an anime movie.
Oh, wow. What was it about?
It was called No Game, No Life. It was about a world where there were like 13 different races all fighting for control of the world. And then humans, which were the lowliest race, ended up winning.
Nice.
Then the world was recreated by the god of games, and everything was then decided by games. So if you have a fight with your neighbor, you decide it by a game.
So the humans really didn't win.
And we're opening up a drive-in movie theater right behind my house, apparently.
Oh, nice. Free movies.
The first movie they decided to see is one that you didn't like.
Oh, Wonder Woman.
Yup. They needed to pick a family movie, and they decided to go with Wonder Woman. I'm like,
Wonder Woman.
So that's the first movie we're seeing. I didn't even look to see how much they're charging for tickets.
Generally, movie theater or drive-ins show 2 movies, one old and one new.
Yeah, we're just showing the one.
Wow.
It's next weekend, and that's about all I know.
Hey, Kenny's here.
Yes, they are.
Good to see you, Kenny or Danny. Good. Oh, Danny actually likes the show, so it might be Danny.
Oh, maybe it's both of them.
Steam Lads is here too. And Daniel.
I'm really not gonna be able to find it anymore. That many people have posted on here that I can't find it.
Mr. Cooper's in the house. Wasn't there a show called Mr. Cooper?
I know there was a character named Mr. Cooper. I'm not sure if it was a show.
I think it might have been LL Cool J. And he was like a high school principal or something. Boy, I hope this is drying.
I always hate when that happens. No, I don't want. I want to see. Oh, here it is. How much are they charging people to see this movie? Holy bejesus. Well, I guess that's not bad.
I realized the cat moved the camera again.
Oh, no. So for a 5-person car, it is $22.
That's not bad. So it's $5.50 a person.
If you want to be a VIP person, which means you get to watch in the first 2 rows, they're charging you $34 for a 5-person car. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than going to the movies because you're going to spend $20 a ticket for one person.
Yeah. Normally they have like a big grassy area where you can set your lawn chairs out on.
Yeah, they're letting you put your chairs, only 2 chairs, and they have to be in front of your car.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're doing the whole social distancing thing still.
Connecticut's so stupid. Nothing personal.
Yet we're still, that's just, we're worrying about an outdoor movie theater, but let's go all the kids back in the building for school when we've had nothing but a case a day since you went back 4 days a week. Because that makes sense.
Nothing in this country makes sense anymore.
And they already said they're not going to close things down again. And it's like, we have more cases now than we did in March of last year when you shut everything down.
Well, I think it's crazy that you've got to have a COVA vaccination card pretty soon to do anything. But
yeah, that's going to be...
The same people that want that don't want you to bring a ID when you vote.
Yeah, that whole argument is stupid.
I think we ought to just do both if we're going to do anything. But, oh well. I've never understood the logic between... I don't mean to go political, but the people that are against the abortions and against the death penalty, they're 2 different people.
Yeah.
You think that people will just be for one or the other.
Rico said it looks like you're climbing a mountain.
Oh, nice.
Has it stiffened up at all?
No, it has not.
Oh, okay. I say it looks a little wobbly still.
It's my life story.
The Muppets are laughing at you, Ed.
They are. And
like, look at this guy.
I keep slowly going farther over. You guys can look at my Goodyear tank really well. Oh, they really look good. Oh, don't chase the baby. This big boy right here was chasing that little baby. I really need to put the Goodyears in a bigger tank so I can get more Goodyears. Oh, well.
Oh, I'm like, what is in the tank to the right of them? It's Nico's reflection in the tank. I'm like, what is that big fish?
What?
To the right of your Goodyear tank. The other way. Other way. That in the middle bottom of the tank, I can see the cat's reflection. I thought it was a big fish.
Oh, I see. The words are over it, so I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that? It's just the cat.
Yeah, that's a shrimp tank, so it's gonna be hard to. Wow, you guys are really seeing stuff you don't normally get to see. I didn't even turn the lights on at the bottom tanks yet.
Hey, Jacob's Aquatics, it's going pretty good. It's a chill Friday.
Jacob's going to be changing his name, and I wrote it down somewhere, but I think it's going to be Triple J Aquatics. Am I right? Jacob?
Oh, it says in their name, soon to be Triple J Aquatics.
Awesome. See? I was off just remembering.
Good job, Ed.
Oh, that was in his name?
Yeah, it's actually, I'm looking, I'm like, why? It's right there. I didn't know if they typed it in, but it's actually part of their name.
I thought he was telling me that, like, in the last stream, and maybe it was just in his name, and I thought he was, like, being cool and saying, hey.
That is a good way of showing people that you're changing your name.
He used to be Fat Man.
Oh, okay.
But the stupid, whatever it is, everything thought that he was being insulted all the time, and they felt sorry for his name. So he wasn't allowed to be called Fat Man. Remember, were you ever modding in any of his channels when he tried to say something?
Yes, it would always come back, yeah.
Or anybody would say, hey, Fat Man.
Yeah.
And then I would go, click, it's okay. We can say that.
I really wish they would let you filter out your own words on your channel like Twitch does. YouTube really needs to step up their streaming stuff.
Up.
Oh, we
Now
got
it's
the wrong.
gone crazy.
Well, I mean, you're not holding it and it hasn't moved.
Yeah, I know. Pretty cool.
Well, that's good.
I'm gonna
just don't hit it. Don't kick your desk.
No. Not gonna do that. I gotta take some of this stuff off my fingers. Yes, I'm using a razor blade to scrape
Don't
it
worry,
off.
we can't see it this time. Oh, now we can see it. So, kids, don't try this at home. Yes, John Cox, we got to see the other side of the room that we never get to see. So
I wish I would have turned the lights on the
is the baseball thing still going on?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can go check it. I didn't look at your team to see how you're doing today.
You know, I'm down in 9th place. We're doing great.
Hey. You're not in last.
Yes.
It's only 1 week.
We are solidly holding 9th.
Where am I?
You're 6th.
See? Look, you're only 3 away from me. That's nothing. That was only 1 week. So you should be proud of yourself. Well, I don't know if you should be proud, but
You know,
you should have confidence that you can do better.
I have confidence in all of my catchers. I still don't know how that happened.
Has anybody tried to offer you a trade?
I don't think so.
Well,
Haven't gotten any notifications that they have. Maybe they have and I just haven't noticed.
oh, that could be. I haven't offered any trades. See, that's one of the problems is there's so many players in baseball. Normally, you don't need to make any trades. But since you took every single catcher in the league, somebody may actually have
that on the computer.
Yeah, I think somehow you got you push the C instead of the.
Oh, I was
players.
bamboozled.
Poor guy. But hey, this year is just like your experience year or your practice year. And then next year you'll be all ready.
Jacob, I believe it does because technically people are watching through YouTube and not StreamYards. But I don't know about that because I don't have to worry about watch hours yet. But I'm assuming they were asking if you use a program like StreamYards, does it still count towards your view hours? And I'm assuming it does because they're watching you through YouTube.
Yeah, I got like a bajillion hours, and every single minute almost has been StreamYards. So
yeah, I'd imagine that it is that way.
It really, if you do a couple of streams, it really adds up quick because, you're on live, and if you have like 50 people watching, that's 50 people times 60. Like 300 minutes.
I think that's why a lot of people stream because it's quick watch hours.
Yeah. I was way past my time or hours before I got to my 3,000 or 1,000.
That there's still a lot of bigger channels with millions of subs that still think it's kind of silly that YouTube dumbed down the requirements, and I'm like, why? What difference should it make to you? You make enough money on this platform to live off of. What do you care if people are making a little extra cash?
Yeah. Well, I guess they're always afraid of competition.
I guess. I mean, I don't think that a fish channel with 1,000 view or subs is going to really affect a gaming channel with 27 million people.
Oh, I totally agree.
But yeah,
that's just about making YouTube or Google more money.
People had the same argument when Twitch reduced its requirements to get a sub button because it used to be a lot more difficult to get it, and then they had like an affiliate program, which is a quicker way to get it, and then they even brought the sub regular sub button things down. But people complain about that too, and I'm like, it just gives people more incentive to actually use your platform.
Do you guys want to see what it looks like?
Let's see it. Hey, Chubbs, how's it going? We're about to see Ed's sculpture, which is in no way resemblance of a reindeer.
Right. Can you see it?
A little down. There we go.
I probably shouldn't.
A couple proofs.
He can't see it. He's behind the computer and the camera. Oh, and the cable's wrapped around his tail already. I just moved 5 inches. Can't win. I think we've discovered a bad spot for Nico to be.
So let's see. Jacob Aquatic, soon to be Triple J, asked, do you find it better? You get better subs from streams or videos? I think I get more subs from releasing videos than I do for streams, because most people that show up to the streams are people that know I stream, whereas the videos, people can stumble upon them based on searches and whatnot, or if the algorithm's nice to me. Whereas the stream, it's kind of hard to get new viewers off of that.
I got mine, I think, almost all from streaming. I don't think my videos are very good. And
you were also in a position where you were going after 2 larger channels at the ones you changed over.
Well, and I'm also on so many different channels.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, you're all over the place. Your YouTube networking is insane in the fish community. But I think for the average channel, you're going to get more subs off of videos, especially if you find like a hot topic video that you're going to get your viewers off of that. Like, I think even now, beta sorority videos, if you do that, you'd probably get a decent amount of subs and views off it, because that still seems to be a hot topic thing people are still trying to do.
The ones that bring you the most money once you become a professional at it, like once you have like 100,000 people, are the DIY ones or your teaching.
Yeah.
Because the analytics tells people to go to the bigger channels to learn. And so I was talking to that water box guy once, Chain, I forgot his name. That's terrible. Well, and he was saying that he consistently gets like 10,000 views per episode on all of his teaching, like how to use lights, how to use filtration, how to use substrate. And he didn't even make a video for almost a year, and he was still making a lot of dough. Well, I don't know, not necessarily a lot of dough, not enough to retire, but for just a part-time gig, he was doing really good just from that. Because you get like 2 cents a view or something like that. And
there's definitely a way to do it. And the fish thing is like its own niche. So I think it's probably a little harder than a normal YouTube channel would be. Where if you're a gaming channel, a lot more people are going to be looking for you than if you're if you're looking to set up a fish tank, you're going to Google how to set up a fish tank, and whatever Google has for the most viewed YouTube videos are going to show up right in that search.
But the fish tube is nicer.
It is.
I mean, we have a lot less hate people. I mean, we've gotten our fair share. Not really. I don't think we've gotten our fair share. I think we've got a few retards or had, but for the most part, compared to other channels with trolls, I think we do pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're a much nicer community to each other. And the medium-sized to larger channels support the smaller people, whereas normally that's not the thing with bigger channels with millions of subs.
Well, I think one thing that helps our hobby is that our hobby is something that the more people that are into it, the better it is for everybody. Yes. It's not like, I don't know what hobby you don't want a lot of people in, but I don't know. It's just, we all feed off of each other, which is good.
Actually, I could answer that question right now. The Pokemon trading card hobby. There's way too many people in it right now, and Pokemon can't keep up with the demand, so there's a supply shortage. And more people keep trying to join it every day.
And then there's probably some huge trolls in it too.
Oh yeah, there's you got to worry about with that. You have to worry about the scalpers that go to Target and they literally buy everything.
Oh, I hate those people.
Like they'll go like when a new set releases, they will go to every Target in their area, buy it out. There were people that were following the distributors around to stores.
There are people that do that with Funko Pops.
Oh, and imagine.
And they do it with all the collectible type toys and things. Mm-hmm. And then they sell it on Amazon for twice as much.
Yep.
I don't know where he went. My Creature from the Black Lagoon. You know, he came out in June and I never could find it at Walmart. So I ended up spending the extra $10 to buy it off Amazon. And then the next week I found it at Walmart.
Dang.
I bought it though.
Of course, you keep one sealed.
Well, and the one that I bought was crap.
Oh, that's great.
They put it in the box crooked and tore the box all up. I wonder if they tore it up before and then they tried to blame it on the box.
Possibly.
You know, the packing. But, I mean, that's the one I have in the fish room. I don't know where he is right now.
So Daniel has a message for you, Ed.
Awesome.
They said, make sure you leave enough room between the rock and glass. Most coral require plenty of water circulation. Is this going to be a live coral tank?
It is.
Oh.
It's going to be my first saltwater. I'm only going to keep about 2 clownfish and some shrimp in it.
Cool.
I'm going to have about 4 to 5 inches all the way around this rock sculpture.
Okay.
I've got a filter. Now, this is where a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy, but Bob does it, and he's highly successful, and I believe in him. And I've seen it with my own eyes. Is the Tidal
the
filter? Yeah. See, it has a skimmer to take the protein off the top, and it also will be pulling nutrients or all the crap from the bottom from the tube. Now I'm going to have to add an extra foot of PVC to this thing. But yeah, I bought one that's a little bigger than I needed.
That's what I usually, if I get a filter, I usually get one that's at least like 10 gallons over what the tank size is. Like with my African sickle tank, it's a 30-gallon tank, but I have a 55-gallon Seachem Tidal on it.
But I really do appreciate that, Daniel, because I'm going to take any tips I can get.
Yes. When I did saltwater, we didn't do any of the fancy coral stuff. We basically recreated Long Island Sound in fish tanks in my marine science class.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, Long Island Sound is our water body on Connecticut. So it's not it's the little sliver that's connected to the Atlantic Ocean, but it's its own thing.
I thought it was some type of fish musical or something.
I forget you're in a landlocked state. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I like it this way.
But yeah, so the only thing that wasn't from the sound was the substrate. We had an under gravel filter and sand, and that was all. It was not from Long Island Sound. Other than that, we went and we collected like shells and rocks and stuff from the beach and the marsh. Then we waited like a month or two. We put 1 fish flake in to get the cycle going.
1, okay.
And then we went, because we also grabbed rocks and stuff from the ocean that had stuff on it.
Yep.
So it was bacteria. So we then went back with a big siphon net like you'd see them use in like the Amazon River or something. And we went out in our waders and we collected stuff. We had rope fish, we had silver sides. One group caught a flounder.
Oh, wow.
And so like we all had like baby fish. I think like the flounder was like maybe that big. It was like maybe an inch or 2 long.
I love some of those flounders.
We had crabs. We had seaweed.
Isn't that like a real problem for high schools on the East Coast?
What?
All the kids have crabs?
Probably.
Sorry. I had to go.
But yeah, we had crabs. We had fish. One group accidentally, when they picked up one of their rocks on the ground, it was actually a mussel that was attached to a rock with a bunch of barnacles on it that they thought was just dead. So their tank got like a kickstart. But that was the last time I kept saltwater, and it was fun. It wasn't really that much extra maintenance either, because we didn't have to worry about the water being super warm or whatnot, because Long Island Sound maybe gets up into the mid-70s.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm supposed to keep this thing at 80.
Okay.
And they recommend that I get an aluminum heater.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember why, but I'll just do what he told me to do.
I would imagine it had something to do. I don't know. It's,
Corrosion?
or maybe what are normal heaters made out of? Copper?
Water. Glass. I think glass.
Yeah, I don't know. That is maybe, I don't know. Maybe aluminum is more evenly heat distributed or something.
I don't know.
Let's see. Ed, you might be able to answer this question. Does anyone know what kind of paint is fish safe? They have something like an ornament with colors worn off, and they want to repaint it. Do you have any suggestions for paint?
Yeah. If you're like, it kind of depends on if it's like not a homemade project, but something you bought at the store. You can use, now it's not as good as like brushing it on, but all your Krylon Fusion, you can spray that onto it. Now, what you can do is take more than one can and mist it from different angles and whatnot to give it different shadowing and stuff. So you can still make it look good, but you can't really get detail.
Okay.
But
they said it's terracotta flower pot. So
yeah, you can. It's the Krylon Fusion, and I wish I had a can. Let's see. Do I have a can on the floor? No, I have glow in the dark spray paint in here. Why do I don't know why I have glow in the dark in here, but I could run and get it. But just look it up. Lowe's sells it for like $5.
Is it the all-in-one?
I don't know.
All-in-one. That's the only one I'm seeing. That's why
You want Fusion?
Yeah. I'm just gonna link that. I'm assuming that's the right one. It's Cryon Fusion.
What it is, it's basically spraying plastic.
Okay.
And it's fish tank safe. You can also get plastic dip, and that comes in a spray can, but I don't think it adheres as well as the Krylon.
Yeah, I would imagine that the spray paint thing would probably adhere better to the terracotta too.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. Plasti dip might stick to that really well, actually.
Oh. Yeah, I never used Plasti dip. That's why I wouldn't.
It's just
heard of it. I've never used it.
Another plastic spray.
Okay. I knew Ed would have the answer when it comes to painting things.
Well.
Oh, I forgot to mention the Batman game has miniature figures you could paint.
Oh, I like that.
Their base color is silver. So.
Okay. Well, I would end up basing it to black and then painting over that. Because you don't want to paint right over plastic because it'll flick off real easy or it'll beat up if it's a plastic mold.
All right, John Cox, you have a good day.
See you later, John. You're an awesome guy. I hope you can make it next week.
Dang it. I lost a bid on eBay because my phone didn't notify me in time.
Oh, what were you bidding on?
Some original Pokemon cards.
Oh. I was hoping there was something. I'm just kidding.
All right. So Daniel would like to tell you one more thing.
Sure.
That they think is important. Let's see. It says, I think the skimmer is very important. If the title doesn't work well, save up for an internal Toonsy Protein Skimmer 9004.
Okay.
I'll message it to you on Facebook.
Awesome. Oh, speaking of things to message me, I lost my list of Catfish Christmas people to send the shirts.
I can get that to you again.
You're awesome.
No problem.
I ordered the shirts and then I was like, who in the heck do I give these to?
There's that message.
Yeah, I ordered like 12 shirts and then I didn't have any names or addresses to go. I just ordering shirts.
I'm honestly surprised no one has asked us when we're doing another event.
Well, I have to figure out who won the first shirt. I kept thinking it was Grumpy Mike, but he won the rock that he gave back, and then Jethro's won.
Ah. Okay.
And in that Krylon Fusion, it also works really well, like on lawn furniture and stuff like that, because it's plastic, so it's like it can handle the water and nothing's going to happen to it. And it's thicker, so the sun doesn't wear it out as quick.
That's good.
And there's also clear plastic dip, or not. Well, there might be clear plastic dip, but there's clear Krylon, so you can try painting something and then spraying it, but I would spray it a ton to make sure you had a huge glaze over it, because you don't want to have anything exposed. So that's why I kind of hesitate to say things like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, Nico, he's doing it to me again. Dude, seriously. We got to. Well, it's because he can't sit in front of me. Normally he's sitting in front of me.
True. Very true.
So normally he's right here. He stood up a couple times and he looked at it and then he walks back to behind the computer. He's just not a happy cat.
Mississippi, did you hear the response for what Ed suggested to use?
Oh, what did Mississippi say?
Oh, they said something about their computer being wonky, so they had to get on their phone. So I wasn't sure if they heard the answer of Kryon Fusion.
Yep. Kryon Fusion works. It's awesome. Well, this stuff is setting up pretty hard now.
Nice. So it's not wobbly anymore.
Afraid to mess with that one, but this one's
Hey,
pretty
Jay
solid.
Oliver, how's it going? And Loria99, how's it going?
Okay, I'm going to try to pick it up. Now, when I put this in the tank, I'm going to have to only use one hand straight down. That's why I did all the extra stuff.
Full screening ad to watch him pick it up.
Oh, good Lord.
That thing's pretty tall.
It's going to look neat when it has all the corals growing all over it.
Yeah, sure it will.
And then a little hole for the fish to swim in and out of. Nico just looked like, are you moving it? Sorry, buddy. We'll just wait till the end of the stream. And then he won't want to sit here anymore because he won't think I'm talking to him. And that's a big part of it for Nico is I think he thinks that I'm just talking to him the whole time.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you sure are talkative when you watch TV in this room.
So yes, Mississippi Hippie, he said either Kryon Fusion, which is a spray painted plastic thingy, or Plasti Dip.
Yep. Plasti Dip's also a spray paint. Now, you could also, if you're doing pots, you can use this stuff. Oh, you can use the black pond foam, and you can like spray it all over the pot and then roll it in sand or rocks or whatever, and then it's going to look, whatever the rocks and sand looks like.
Okay.
Or you can drop it, but you got to do it before the stuff dries out. So make sure that it's, because this stuff's really sticky at first, and then it foams up. So don't give it a whole bunch in one spot, but just squirt it and smear it and roll it, and it'll act as a glue. And it's black, so you won't see the terracotta pot through it, but the rocks will all stick to it. So really, this stuff, and I got this on Amazon. It's black pool foam.
Okay.
It's, you can stick rocks together for your pools outside or ponds. Or actually, it's not pool. It's called pond foam, I think.
Nice.
But yeah, that's another trick. That's pretty cool. That's also good for setting up, making things like backgrounds and stuff in your fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
Works so good.
Like the like a rock background kind of thing.
Yep. Oh, Madriddle said that he just used straight up silicone.
I think that's what I've seen Zen use. When she did her mud skipper tank, she did a silicone, I think, or she could have used insulation foam or something. I can't remember now.
If you use insulation foam, make sure it's like the one that doesn't say mold free. I've got some of that in the other room.
Yeah,
I bought a whole bunch of that too. I just buy stuff and then I never use it. I'm just prepared.
Right, you better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Uh-oh.
Started going, dude. Not cool. It's getting hard and then not hard. Oh, Nico is like giving himself a or no, he's scratching and the whole table's like vibrating. Right. Now it's so hard I can't really pack it, but it was bend and break. I can also use super glue on
I was
this.
going to say, can you add like a little bead of super glue or crazy glue to sure it up a little?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do after this is done. But the bad thing about that, well, no, it shouldn't. I was going to say it'll turn white, but that's only if I put water on it right away. I like using the gel super glue. Works really well.
See, anytime I've used the gel, I've had nothing but problems. I don't know. I've every time I use the regular liquid stuff, it works fine. I use the gel stuff and it always comes off. I don't get it.
Cats do seem to just nonstop vibrate. That little vibration made the whole thing almost go. I'm glad I was paying attention.
Yeah, it's a good thing you were close by.
All these rocks were made in the ocean. Like they're concrete, but then they like put them in the ocean for like a year or two, and then they pull them out.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
They have this weird
like
growth all over it.
Okay, cool.
It's like I thought it was like sprayed on there or something, but I don't quite understand how they do it. But
well, if they're made of concrete, I know that salt erodes concrete, so that might have account for some of the holes and stuff.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's like a weird mixture of concrete.
Yeah, that's why if you ever notice, if you have concrete stairs and you salt them for the winter, it'll actually eat the concrete.
That's something I don't have to worry about anymore.
We actually just got snow today.
Oh my gosh. I drove with the windows down in the car. I almost was thinking, should I wear shorts? Nah, I won't wear shorts.
Yeah, it got down to the 40s last night. I was like, oh, my weather's back.
Oh gosh. Let's see. We'll find out how hot it is here. Oh, this
68 degrees is my guess.
Well, it's 63 right now.
Dang, I was somewhat close.
Oh, it just went to 64.
It's currently 45 here.
Normally it doesn't go up at this time of day, but oh well.
All right, Ed and chat, are you ready for the movie Wheels of Doom?
Oh, yes.
It's the same wheels, but they've given us a couple tricky ones. All right, we'll do genres first this week and see what it gives us. Okay. Horror/slasher, and our decade is... Oh, wait, I didn't know. Wow, that's kind of funny that gave us the answer twice. Why did the wrong wheel? Hold on. There we go. Just kidding. This is the decade wheel.
I'm looking forward to the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, 90s.
Oh. I don't know if we want to go with remakes. Let's go with The Hills Have Eyes is pretty creepy from the 90s.
All right.
What are you going to go with?
Why did this come out?
Jason versus Freddy. I think that came out in the 90s.
Did Deep Blue Sea come out in the 90s?
I imagine it did.
Would you consider that a horror film?
It wouldn't be a slasher. I consider it more of a monster movie, but
Okay.
I maybe say it's a horror. I mean, is Jaws a horror movie?
I would consider it a suspense thriller, but
Yeah.
that's technically kind of a horror. It's a fine line.
Made people terrified. Deep Blue Sea is a good movie. Even though I finally saw Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3.
You enjoyed that 2 was basically just a remake of the first one?
Except it was like on some stupid island.
Yeah. And then 3 had nothing to do with 1 or 2 at all?
I didn't like either one.
3 was the one with, I think 2 was the one with tiger sharks?
No, they're all the same. They're all the Makos.
Oh, I thought the third one was bull sharks for some reason.
I think it was eating bull sharks. And they're like, nothing eats bull sharks in this waters.
Oh, I'm totally changing my answer to It, by the way. The original It.
Oh, wrong decade. Don't do it.
That was the 90s, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm going to guess 82.
Okay, I'm pulling this up on a Scritzy.
I'm going to guess 82.
The problem is I have to... this will probably give me the right one. No, I don't want that one. Oh, my God.
Type in Tim Curry movies. Just Tim Curry.
Let's see. It came out in 1990.
What?
So right on the button. Yep, 1990.
I thought that came out when I was a little kid.
Came out 2 years before I was born.
Man, wow. I was a sophomore in high school. I never saw it. I still haven't seen it.
Really?
I guess that's why I felt like it came out right around the same time as Rocky Horror Picture Show, because Tim Curry.
I think he did it right after that, didn't he?
Well, you see, I thought the Rocky Horror Picture Show came
Rocky
out in
Horror.
1981 or 80.
Rocky Horror
That's
was
why
75.
Oh, 75. Wow. Many years later.
Have you seen The Color of Magic with Tim Curry in it?
I don't think so.
It's based on the Discworld books.
I have no idea what that is.
So it's elephants standing on the back of a tortoise with the world, which is a giant disc, on the back of these elephants.
And then do they like fall off the side and
Yes.
stuff? Yeah, I think I saw part of that. It was sci-fi. Was it a sci-fi movie?
It was like a magical fantasy movie.
Yeah, that was weird.
I liked it, but the problem is you can't find it anywhere because it was like some obscure thing that was out.
I think it's on demand.
Is
right
it now?
Because I just saw it I was like watching a piece of it a month or so ago.
I shall have to see if I can find it then.
Do you have demand?
Yeah, we have some version of it. Hey, Scott, how's it going?
Because anything that's like any movie that's been on the Sci-Fi Channel within like so many months will.
Yeah, it'll still show it to you. Yep. Yeah, that's what we have.
Well, that's not cool.
I was looking at okay, so before he was in Hunt for Red October.
Sorry.
Uh-oh. We're having some issues with the clay concrete thingy.
Yeah. Apparently, I just put a whole bunch on the base and not much on the
Side.
thing. Nuts. Well, we'll just kind of fit it in there and do this over. Sorry, folks. I don't think anybody really cares.
Nah, you're all good. So did anyone else have a 90s horror / slasher film they would like to talk about or put in the chat?
Do you have a rating of the top horror or slasher movies?
You want me to look one up, or do you ask if I have a personal one?
No, I look it up.
Okay.
I really think The Hills Have Eyes is pretty creepy.
Let's see what this gives us. All right. Oh, good Lord. This is the top 50. We're going to skip ahead to like the top, I don't know, 10.
Sure.
Read next. Yes, is this what I want? No.
I'm not a big Stephen King movie guy.
Oh, I love them.
I like his books, but the movies generally let me down. I thought
Some of them are horrible and some are decent.
Cujo was really good. I'd like to see the new Stand TV series. I need to see if that's on demand. What else do I like Skinwalkers? That was a gross movie. Yeah. Needful Things wasn't very good, but if he would have done it how he did the book, it would have been X-rated.
I have not heard of half of these movies.
Stand By Me is his best movie.
Oh no, that one I've heard of. I'm talking about these horror films. So let's see. At number 10, they have a movie called Lord of Illusions.
Oh, that's terrible. Is that Scott Bakula?
Yes.
Okay.
Number
I'm a
9.
Scott Bakula fan, but not that movie.
Number 9 is Demon Knight from 95.
Not a clue.
Number 8 is Dead Alive.
Yeah. I've seen that. I probably own it.
Number 7 is Army of Darkness from 92.
Oh, Bruce Campbell.
Yep.
Great stuff right there.
Number 6 is Misery from 1990.
Wow, I didn't realize Misery came out in 1990. I guess 1990. I wasn't driving, so.
Number 5, we've got Candyman. That one I remember.
I remember him being super creepy, and I never watched it.
Oh, hello, Zen. How's it going?
Hi, Zeninator.
Let's see next. Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, that's a great one.
Classic right there.
Guy died in the movie theater in St. Louis. He had just had open heart surgery, and his doctor said, just go home and do nothing stressful. So he thought he watched a horror film. Well, he thought he would go to the movies and just enjoy a movie. And he watched that, and it got his heart pumping so bad it sutures ripped, and he died at Ronnie's. Damn. Ronnie's 18.
And this, I think they're doing like a mini TV series for this now.
Oh, the series is awesome. I've been watching it. It's hasn't had any Lecter in it at all yet, but it's called Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's excellent. Now, they did make TV series, though, for Hannibal also.
Yes, I remember that one.
There may have been two. Was it Young Hannibal and Hannibal? It was like when he was in Europe, I think.
Maybe. Let's see. Coming in at number 3, we have In the Mouth of Madness.
In the Mouth of Madness. Don't know what that is.
Apparently, it's an adaptation of a Lovecraft book.
Oh!
With John Carpenter.
Well, John Carpenter wrote it, or is that the guy from the Aussie? You know,
This looks like the dude from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's who I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah.
But John Carpenter is the scary director.
All right. Number 2 is Audition from 99. Looks like a Japanese film, maybe.
Maybe.
And then number 1 is Ravenous, also from 99.
I don't know. Disagree with that one.
I, again, don't know half of those movies. I think this list is bad.
I think Ravenous is the Donner Party story.
Oh. Let's see. It says follows the tale of an American soldier banished to an isolated outpost in the Sierra Nevada after being ousted as a coward. Apparently, the fort is manned by a group of people that are on a nervous breakdown. One night, a number of them are rounded up. A stranger, something with frostbite, hellish tale of a lost wagon party. So kind of, a little bit, maybe.
The actor's a cool guy. He's from the Full Monty. I like him. Have you ever seen the Full Monty?
Does not ring a bell, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh. Such a good one. You no clue on any of it. It's an English town that's like hit a depression and like the factory shuts down and nobody has any money, or the men don't have any money and they can't find jobs. And so they resort to a one-night strip show where the men, and you see the Chippendales came to town and made like tons of money. And they said, we can do that. And they're like, yeah, you guys are normal guys. So they said they would do the Full Monty, which in England, I guess, is completely nude. The Chippendales just like walk around in their underwear, I guess. I don't know. I've never been to a Chippendales dance party. We'll have to ask Zen for that. Because I'm sure Zen knows. Zen knows everything.
Dost thou know Zen?
Zen, when's the last time you saw the Chippendales? I heard Mr. Zen was one of the Chippendales. She handpicked him.
Oh. I never did hear the story of how they met. That would make sense knowing them.
Yep, and he's always in a suit because he's always so classy.
Very true.
And then, she has to have a guy that knows how to do the moves.
Yes, she's gonna, probably slap us. Stop pinging me.
That sounds terrible.
No
She
way.
said Chippendales never, but there's a LeBear here. Yeah. The funniest strip club, I didn't get to go in it. I just drove by it in London, Ontario. It's called the London Beefeaters.
Oh.
I didn't want to go into it either. I just thought it was hilarious. It was called the London Beefeaters.
As long as you didn't have your purple shirt on, you probably would have been fine.
Yeah. It was hilarious. I ended up naming my fantasy baseball or my fantasy NASCAR team after the place and called it the London Beefeaters. And I made a NASCAR, model, but it was Terry Labonte, so it was like yellow and it was supposed to have the cornflakes sticker, but instead I painted a T-bone steak on it with a bite out of it.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to go crazy with the fun stuff like that.
You don't anymore?
I don't know. I don't think I've made any toys or anything in a long time. I paint things still, but I haven't. I used to make my own action figures and stuff.
That's cool.
Like I made a Tick before they made the Tick toy, and I made a Captain Britain because he deserved a toy, and I really liked the British Jack, the Union Jack. Do you know their flag? I think their flag is awesome looking. Not that I would fly it because, I'm all American. Right. But that doesn't mean that I can't have my allies, support my allies.
Very true.
So, yeah, Captain Britain is basically Captain America, just theirs.
Zen says, are the Beefeaters the guards at the Royal Palace?
Yes, that's the original Beefeaters. That's why they played the town is London, Ontario in Canada. And the strip club went with Beef Eaters for the name of their male strip club. It's terrible.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah. But yes, good job, Zen.
Look at Zen knowing knowledge.
Yep. Yeah, Chubbs, I used to really be into the DIY stuff, projects.
I think one of our first streams, you were painting ships.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just models. I love painting models. That's for a game, the Tsunami game or something like that. It's a Japanese board game. You know, those, I spray painted the clear coat though, and it was like almost 100% humidity. And the water got behind the spray coat, and they still are tacky. I actually felt that yesterday. So I'm thinking about dipping them in lighter fluid and painting them again.
No.
Really
Zen, we didn't need to know that. Zen said that her nickname in college was Beef Eater.
Oh. I wish I had a girlfriend named Beef Eater. It's so hard, man. It's so hard to find a good woman that'll eat a steak. And
how's it going?
If I'm on a date and she orders carrots, I'm still ordering meat. I don't care.
What? People order carrots at a restaurant?
If they don't eat beef.
They don't just order a full salad?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Carrots. It's delicious. CS is into the carrots. Man, I like carrots cooked and I like carrots not cooked. I like them.
I like them cooked with little maple syrup and brown sugar.
Yeah, butter and brown sugar.
Get them nice and unhealthy. Or
in a big old pot that had a roast in it, and then they kind of got soaked in a little bit of roast flavor.
Zen, it's been a while since I've had a good filet mignon.
See, I'd rather take a ribeye. I don't want that meat that doesn't have much fat in it. And I know that bacon's on there to give it a little extra, but
I like it because it just melts in your mouth.
Give me a ribeye any day. Or prime
That's
rib.
it. Next week on the Lefty and Ed Variety Show, we're ranking cuts of meat from best to worst.
You never know.
You didn't expect that when you signed up, did you? Oh, God.
The worst thing about Fridays is you can't get a steak on a Friday night without sitting around waiting somewhere. Unless you barbecue it yourself, grill it yourself.
True.
But I prefer to have somebody else do my work for me.
For everyone's safety, no one respond to Zen until she types again.
What? Wait, what?
Just plead the fifth.
That's rude. I'm a fat guy.
One day, what?
She said she doesn't like fat, and I was like, that's about 90% of me.
That makes two of us, Ed.
90% fat, the other percent hair.
Once the pool opens up, I'll get rid of some of it. I can't wait till we open our swimming pool again.
I know. I'm thinking maybe in a week or two.
Oh, she is now typing in semi-all caps saying, I don't like steak fat, ! You're okay, though, because there's only one exclamation point and she didn't put a bunch of dots after it.
If she would have done that, what would have that meant?
Well, that would have meant you would have activated her redhead powers, which is not good for anybody.
Oh, well. Poor Zen. I think you're cool, Zen. S feeds fat steak. Wait, feed steak fat to dog. I was like reading that all backwards. I was thinking, you feed good hot dogs to your. I like a good steak dog.
Carrots are good.
Oh, that's cool. Mississippi, I'm with you. I love carrots. I like carrots with everything, man. You know what I don't like, unless it's covered in cheese, is cauliflower.
I don't like cauliflower. If I'm gonna have cauliflower, I'd rather just have broccoli.
Yeah,
Even
I
covered
like
in cheese, I don't.
with butter.
Yeah, I don't like cauliflower.
I like to take the broccoli and pretend like I'm a dinosaur and eat it, like it's a tree. I also do the dinosaur. I've been doing this since I was a little kid, believe it or not. Whenever I ate those, I thought I was a dinosaur eating it. Also, Cheetos.
Okay.
I used to think like Captain Caveman or some caveman was going to hit me with their little wood club. And I'd go,
okay.
Isn't that weird? Some things never go.
The Cheeto one's a little weirder than the broccoli one.
Is it Cheetos? Yeah, it's Cheetos.
Yeah, some of them do look like clubs.
They do. Captain Caveman. Look just like a Cheeto he's carrying around. Do you know who Captain Caveman is?
The name sounds familiar.
Oh, gosh.
Hang on, I'm Googling. Maybe I'll recognize it if I see it.
It's part of Hanna-Barbera. I feel so old.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is now. Yeah, I've seen that before.
There's Bobby/Robert, Tennessee Aqua. I'm going to get to see him tomorrow.
Allure.
What?
Allure. It's hello. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, I get to see him tomorrow in Atlanta, in hot Atlanta. You know what? How far are you from here? You could come with us, Lefty.
It's a 16-hour drive for me to get to Atlanta.
And we're going to be there around 11 tomorrow. I think you can do this. This is fitting in just about right. We're going to check out 3 of our favorite fish stores and 1 game store that I always have to see. And I want to go to Buc-ee's.
Oh, see, we should have just done it. We should have done it today, and I could have just driven down last night.
Well, we were going to do it today, but James's AC guy was coming today.
Oh, okay.
Now we got to see if he actually shows up.
Oh, no, Chubbs doesn't like broccoli.
Oh, my gosh. I thought Chubbs would eat anything since he's, Cajun. I can't imagine anything they don't eat. If you can suck the head out of a crawdad, I think you can eat about anything. Hey, but Chubbs, I say that with all respect.
Let's see, which is worse, cauliflower or broccoli? 100% cauliflower.
Cauliflower. Unless it's covered in cheese sauce, and then it's better.
I don't know. Even covered in cheese, I don't really like it.
Oh, it just tastes like bad macaroni and cheese. So that's awesome. I like it baked.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't eat cabbage either, Chubbs?
Oh, I had cabbage last night.
Cabbage is like an Irish staple.
I had cabbage and corned beef and potatoes last night. That sounds like an Irish dinner. But it's something.
Thank you for posting the Instagram, Zen. My Instagram was apparently suspended for some reason.
Whoa. What happened?
Apparently somebody hacked it or got into it and posted a nude picture of someone, and Instagram decided to suspend my account.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting since it's linked to my Facebook and nothing happened on my Facebook.
As long as it wasn't a picture of me, I'm happy.
I didn't recognize the person, so I don't know what the heck it was.
I don't. Are you my friend on Instagram?
I think we follow each other.
I apparently don't pay attention when you put things on there. Let's see. I'm going to click you.
Yeah, it was really
Doesn't-
bizarre. It wouldn't let me refresh, and I went to another account, and the other account was fine. I like uninstalled and reinstalled it 3 times. So I finally clicked the I need help button, and I'm like, nothing works. It won't refresh. And then the day later, I had like a notification saying your account breached our protocols and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? And then it showed me the picture, and I'm like, I didn't post this.
Well, never mind. Oh gosh, now I'm in Facebook. Okay, yeah, now I'm here.
Welcome
I'm back.
back.
Let me bring up the. I can't tell if you're my friend or not because it doesn't give me a choice to unsub from you or sub from you.
I mean, I can tell you right here. 1 second.
Okay, now I'm gonna. Hopefully this will hold, and I can put another hunk of weld on the other side.
Best of luck.
Oh, and I'm like, where is it? I've got the wrong bottle. So, Chubbs, what are you going to eat today?
And is it cauliflower?
I was wondering if it was gumbo or soft shell crab. Last time I was in Louisiana, I had soft shell crab and turtle soup and gumbo. I like to eat out all the. Son of a.
Uh-oh. This rock is not cooperating with Ed, everybody.
It is not, and I'm not happy. That made the cats jump. I think it hit the tube and not my table because I didn't want it to dent my table. I've got my poker table underneath it.
Oh.
I got a plastic tarp over it, and then it's on a box. But I think it hit my mouse in the tube. I'm glad it didn't hit my sweet tea. Boy, I would have been
not
really
have been
mad.
good. Oh, Chubbs had pizza.
Oh. I wonder what type of food Chubbs likes on his pizza. I wonder if it's like shrimps.
What types of pizza toppings do you like, Chubbs?
What did I have for? Oh, that's right. I was like, what did I have for dinner last night? I already said I had that.
We had fish sticks.
Irish.
Tonight we're having pasta.
I don't know. I might go out and get some food. Okay, so
I had sushi for the first time in ages last week.
gross.
It wasn't like it was crab meat and shrimp, so it was cooked. I got a tempura shrimp roll, which is tempura shrimp inside of a sushi thing. But I got it from an actual Japanese restaurant this time instead of, like a convenience store.
I've never been in a convenience store that had sushi. That's just because I live in the Midwest.
We had one that had it.
I did live in it.
It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best either.
The only thing the convenience stores sell here is fried chicken. Hang on, I gotta get some of the super glue.
You're fine. So yeah, I had a California roll.
I'll get you in for a minute.
There's a lot of avocado in it though. But I got a bento box, so it had the shrimp, it had the sushi in it, so it had 6 pieces of the California roll. It had some steamed dumplings, had white rice, and then it had teriyaki chicken, which was my protein. And then I got the tempura roll separately because I wanted to try it.
I think it's time for me to get some more flea stuff on the cat.
I saw him scratching over there.
Yeah, he was just scratching as I'm walking over, and I'm like, dude, you're shaking the whole table. Get up.
See, Zen, I don't really like sushi either, but it's been forever since I had it. I've never had it from an actual restaurant. It's always been from like a convenience store or something.
Well,
So
if I ever get to hang out with Zen, I sure hope I'm not eating sushi. Nothing personal, Zen, but that would sure.
Well, they don't like it, so I'm assuming it'll be fine. And a little piece touched the wasabi. The wasabi was extremely hot. I don't like hot stuff.
I'm kind of a wimp that way too. I don't do the hot stuff.
Oh, you're a chili guy, right, Ed?
No.
No, you're not a chili guy? I thought you liked chili.
I don't like jalapeno peppers.
You don't have to put jalapenos in your chili.
Oh, yes, I like chili.
All right, beans or no beans in your chili?
I like everything in my chili. I put sour cream in my chili.
No, because one of my buddies made chili, and me and his girlfriend were like, "You didn't put beans in it."
Was
Like
he from
kidney beans or
Cincinnati?
something. What?
Is he from Cincinnati?
It's from Connecticut. And because we put kidney beans in ours, and he was like, "What do you mean I don't put beans in chili?" And we're both like, "Yeah, there's definitely always beans in chili every time I've had it."
Well, I think you New Englanders are all crazy, so I don't know.
What, Dan? What did I do? What's going on?
But this is the strangest stream we've ever done. I haven't hardly paid any attention. I apologize, guys. I am.
Ed's been holding a rock for an hour.
Yeah, I'm honestly. I don't even. This is been. I totally apologize, folks. But okay, so S says, Ed, I don't like Cincinnati chili. Me too. It's weird. It is like bad gas station chili,
Oh,
minus the beans.
oh,
It's like got a whole bunch of meat and grease and I think chili powder.
oh! That just sounds kind of disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, don't worry. They said we're still entertaining.
Oh, that's good.
Next week, watch Ed add even more rock to his rock.
Man. And this, see, I placed it in the wrong spot because it was standing on its own before the stream.
Oh,
I think I placed it a quarter inch too far or forward, and like it's barely on there. So that kind of blows. And now it just wants to keep falling over all the time. I'm gonna put some. I'm trying not to super glue my fingers to it.
see, I've had sweet chilies before, S, and they weren't bad. They were basically made the same way we make ours, except the guy just puts sugar in it.
Well, I love a good stuffed pepper. I like
Those are
stuffed
good.
peppers.
We haven't had those in a while. We only have 2 minutes left, Ed.
Oh man,
Where did the 2 hours go?
I don't know, but this was supposed to be hard. 20 minutes into the set. Who's next? Is Maple Creek?
I
Maple
think Maple Street goes after us still. I do see a stream on here, so
So, what will you be doing tomorrow?
probably doing schoolwork.
Oh, you should have. You had all week to do that.
I know. I'd like to wait till the last minute.
What type of work do you have to bring home?
Oh, it's grad school where I got 2 mods posting the link. I ain't gotta post crap this time. It's just a lot of papers.
I thought you already graduated from post.
Oh, I did, but I'm going for another one.
Oh, what's
So
one?
I'm getting a master's in American history now.
Oh,
Which is probably the most boring thing ever because I haven't learned anything new.
why don't you do like be a mortician?
Nah, I'm good.
The more people die, the more business you have. It's
True.
Did you know that they suck all your blood out before they cremate you?
Mhm.
And do you know what they do with the blood?
No.
They flush it down the drain. They put it
Oh.
into our water system. How
Oh,
gross is that?
interesting.
Yeah.
Slightly disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people are, going to the bathroom in the sewer too, but gosh, all of our gallons of blood going in there all the time.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Well, but they do it.
Oh, we've only got like 10 seconds. Well, this has been a fun time. Sorry your rock didn't firm up and stay in place.
Yeah, it's the story of my life. At least I didn't say that's what she said.
Would it be easier just to start over at this point?
No, I've already put probably
Oh.
$10 worth of putty on this thing.
Okay.
But I just oozed a whole tube of super glue gel in there too.
All right. Everyone, why don't y'all head over to Maple Street Aquatics? Use #putty, so hopefully Ed's putty will settle and he can not hold this rock for the next week.
All right.
And thank y'all for hanging out. Thanks Zen and M for being mods and Daniken for being here. We will see you guys next week. Same time. 4:15. Unless Ed has a trip that comes up.
Could happen. See you, Chubbs, and see you, S. I don't see any other black names.
All right. See you, everybody. I'm ending the stream. Bye-bye.
Mississippi hippie. She's awesome.
See y'all.